Bonjour. Today I will be teaching you the indefinite articles in French. And if you have not seen my video on definite articles, definitely watch that too because these are very close and similar in a lot of ways. And at the bottom, I will even compare the two. But to get started, the indefinite articles is basically in English. They are the words a, an, and some. A, an, and some. And so the best way I like to organize these is just with a little simple chart. So if you draw a line down and draw one across like this, label this masculine and feminine, and then up here singular and plural. And so basically this is how it works. If you're talking, I'm going to use school supplies since they're most often taught at the beginning of someone learning French. If you're talking about a pen, so if I have 4 or 5 pens here and I'm just talking about, oh, hand me a pen. It doesn't matter which one. I just want one of them. Give me a pen. Then these are the words you would use. So for masculine and singular, it is UN pronounced and I know that's the N sound is a little bit of a nasal sound, which students struggle with, English speakers struggle with when they're first learning French. If you need to say that is totally fine. And sometimes you do actually say so you can use that. So to say a pen is un stylo or unstylo. So that means a pen, a pen. If it's feminine and singular, then it's une, une. So you could say une calculatrice. So that's a calculator. So un stylo, une calculatrice. If it's masculine and plural, the word's going to change a bit. It's going to be day. Day. So even though there's an S there, you don't say it. You just pronounce it as day. And so I'm just going to make unstylo plural and say day stylo. Don't forget to add an S on the end of stylo. And those mean some pens. Day stylo. And if it is feminine in plural, it's also going to be day. So I'll make calculatrice plural and have day calculatrice. Add an S on the end, and that means some calculators. And so that's how you say a or an or some for any noun in French. And I always have students ask me when I start teaching this, they get so frustrated, English speakers, and they say, how do you know if it's masculine or feminine? How do you know if it's un or une for the item? And there's no magic way of knowing. There's no special secret. Sometimes there are little tricks, but that's something to be learned a lot later on. The only way, and I hate saying this, but it's just how it is that you have to memorize it. When you're learning the word stylo and when you're learning the word calculatrice, you just have to learn that's masculine or feminine, that it's unstylo or une calculatrice. When I teach my students nouns, I always put a article in front, so they automatically know that it is masculine or feminine, or some of them just naturally are plural. They just only come in the plural form. A little side note I do need to tell you real quick is that if it's negative, this will naturally happen with these. If you want to say like I don't have, instead of saying like j'ai un stylo, I have a pen. If you want to say I don't have a pen, so you would say Je n'ai pas, and I've got a whole video on avoir if you are unfamiliar with this. This means I don't have. Je n'ai pas, but all of these, un, une, and des, if it comes after pas, kind of makes it nice actually. If it comes after pas, they all have to change to de. It's a big deal. I talk about with my students pas de. I repeat it a lot, pas de, pas de. Talk about it a lot. All of them change to de, and then you just add your item. So, je n'ai pas de stylo, for example. So I don't have a pen. And it makes it really nice because at that moment you don't have to worry about if it's masculine or feminine. Just je n'ai pas de and put in the item. Even if it's plural, if it was de stylo normally for some pens, if you want to say I don't have any pens, je n'ai pas de stylo, and it would just have an S on the end. You don't pronounce the S though, but je n'ai pas de stylo, even like that. The only time this de changes is if your next word starts with a vowel, if you're noun. So you could say, here's one example of that. Je n'ai pas, and then you would use D apostrophe, and I will use computer. So if you need to tell someone, for example, oh yeah, I don't have a computer, then you'd say je n'ai pas d'ordinateur. So since that starts with a vowel, you do D apostrophe with it. Any vowels or a soft H, you'd say je n'ai pas d'ordinateur. And I know I did say at the beginning of this video that I was going to compare the two, the definite and indefinite articles, but I'm just going to make a whole nother video on that. So just stay tuned, look out for that video, and have fun speaking French.